Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome to the channel. And if you ever thought about becoming a health insurance broker but didn't know where to start, or worse, you've been pitched by someone talking about residuals or generation wealth or getting paid in your sleep, well, this video is for you. Well, I'm Vince Gaddis, and I've been in the game long enough to give you the real, unfiltered blueprint on how to start and who to avoid and how to actually build a real insurance agency in 2025. So let's break it down. What does a health insurance broker actually do? Now, at its core, a health insurance broker is someone who finds people the best health plan for their situation. You're like a matchmaker. You match clients with the plans from companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, United Healthcare, Cigna, and much more. But here's the thing. You're not employed by the insurance company. You represent the client. That's the broker's job. You find the best value for your customer. Just push a product. Now, the people that you help individuals and families, small business owners, seniors on Medicare, and even immigrants who need coverage. It's not just sales, it's advising, educating, and building trust. Now let's talk about the two paths on getting started: a captive agent and an independent broker. Now, if you're a captive agent, you are tied to one company like State Farm or U.S. Health Advisors. You can only sell their products or the products that they provide. They also do provide training, a base salary or a draw, and they support you, but your client options are limited. Now, one of the good things about being a captive agent that is easy to start. It is a structured company and it has a nice, beautiful brand. Now, the cons is they have limited products, less control, lower commission, and high sales pressure. As an independent broker, you contract with multiple carriers through an IMO, more on that soon, but you're your own boss. You typically earn higher commissions, control your schedule, and keep your renewals. Also, you have more freedom, more money, and you have a client-first flexibility. Now, some of the cons is you're going to have self-discipline. You're not going to have any salary, and you got to build your own marketing machine. Now, a lot of companies will say you're independent, but treat you like you're captive, so read those contracts, all right? All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. MLMs in insurance. Oh, man. You know the one. You go in, you get trained, and the next thing they're telling you is build your downline, recruit 5 people, and override the commissions, yada, yada, yada. This is where a lot of inexperienced agents get played. These companies focus more on recruiting other agents than helping customers. They hype you up with flashy cars and big checks and conferences, but they really don't give you no real skills on how to sell insurance. You make your money when your team sells, not because you're out here helping clients. And not all MLMs are bad, so don't come jump on me. But many of them are more pyramid than profession. And if it sounds more like you're joining the code, trust your gut. So here's the legit path of becoming a licensed independent broker. Step 1, you gotta have your health insurance license. You can go to www.nipr.com to start your licensing. Take a state-approved course like Kaplan or ExamFX, pass your exam, get fingerprinted, and partner with IMO or FMO. Now, you can't just go up to Blue Cross Blue Shield and say, hey, I want to sell your products or your insurance. They'll say, go find an IMO somewhere. IMO is an insurance marketing organization or a field marketing organization, which is an FMO. They are the middleman, and they're the ones that are between you and the carriers. They provide contracts with the top carriers. They handle your commission, your setup, and give you your back office support and training and quoting tools, and even lead programs. Some of the IMOs that you can look at is AmeriLife, Ritter Insurance, Health Sherpa, ACA Specific, Pinnacle, Invest. And don't just jump on the first offer. Ask what your commission level is. Do I keep my renewals? Do you offer any training? Do you offer any leads? Step 3, build your brand and marketing system. This is where a lot of brokers fail. They get licensed, they get contracts, and wonder why nobody is calling them. That's why companies like BlackIndian AI, we help brokers build automation content and lead generation systems that convert. Now, if you're a person that needs structure, a manager, steady leads, a captive position might be the way to go. So if you're a go-getter, a hustler, and you're cool with marketing, and you're cool with building your own book of business, an independent route is good. Now, the independent route can cost you some money. This is not something where you walk in and you don't have something. You have to have something in order to get something. You might have to pay for lead generation. You might have to pay for branding out of your pocket. It all starts with you. But if you learn the business and you treat people right and you build systems, this is what's going to make you a trusted expert in this business. Now, if this helps you, drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. I got some real world insurance game coming every week. And if you're serious on becoming a broker and scaling with AI and using automation to close more deals, go to www.blackindianai.com and schedule a consultation. And if you're looking to become a broker, just go to www getnextdayhealth.com and enter your information if you're looking to become a broker and you want more information on this. Talk to you soon.